Etiefo, mohia enra mo antemenka from Ewiano. Enya hweo. Enya se bia na be wo bibi ya na mamba wo. Eye Dumsor. Dumsor. Na for me personally, for about a week or 2 weeks any, especially me area no, I've been experiencing Dumsor. Say ya na de bia asem make can say is it that there is a silent Dumsor a ekoso a omon person mema yehu ana say de omon kana nka yehu. Na I wasn't the only one. A lot of Ghanaians were also complaining. Them say every day near doom omo light every day. For the past 1 week need the end every day you doom no. Inti em say enra ena aban eden krata abetu dwa womo ka say ani gas supply be a short inti amagana 850 megawatts be akofom inti 850 megawatts enya sem ketwa. Na say indirectly no Ghana sisia no Dumsor ashase because you say gas supply ebi mun se mo kan say aban omo mayen gas no aye de generate power no aban de omo ka aban enti aye na enu hunti. But interesting thing about Dumsor we are ekoso ne say enra na me hu say CNN ni BBC phone so report on it and I'm say and the idea no kese pa ho CNN ni BBC and I do me from area ahomache to mean that 12:1 and a buy ti enra me da around 3 o'clock enti yenko read CNN for ni BBC for reporter wo more atro. So this is the CNN report and this is the BBC report on the current Dumsor going on in Ghana. You read it. CNN will say Ghana plunged into darkness amid country's economic woes. CNN for reports. No. I say large swath of Ghana are facing power blackouts due to gas shortage at a major power facility, the nation's power operator said, compounding the country's worst economic crisis in decades. As a limited gas supply at a power installation in Tema, located east of the Ghanaian capital, Accra, has led to a supply gap of 550 megawatts at peak, the Ghana Grid Company said of the power outages in a statement Thursday evening. Ghana partly relies on natural gas for power generation. The West African nation has battled power outages known locally as Dumsor for many years. As the Dumsor is fully back, no announced timetables, no communication, nothing, just frequent random power outages, one Ghanaian said of the latest power cut on X, formerly known as Twitter. As the Gridco did not say any statement when electricity would be restored to affected areas. CNN has reached out to the agency for further comments. Recent studies expect the country's energy crisis to worsen over the coming years, starting from this year. It is CNN for say, you see Dumsor we no timetable by among person me my timetable. Into wo hwa na edum time ebeba no unim. CNN for you say aban and explaining more information omon say hwe. But CNN for say omo research omo aye no research omo aye no etre say ade no ebeye west inti Ghana for yemo aboaye ho. That is what CNN is saying. As Ghana's energy supply requires urgent, purposeful, and significant investment to undo the current precarious situation the country finds itself, said Research and Policy Think Tank Center for Socio-Economic Studies, CSS. A CSS study released in June said available data shows the country's current energy provision is critically unhealthy and tottering towards a power crisis, and also faces a dire energy situation from 2023 going into the near future. As the residents have been burdened with hikes in energy tariffs despite the country's power shortfalls. In May, electricity tariffs soared by over 18%, following a nearly 30% increase earlier in the year. Last month, energy bills went up again by over 4% amid a biting cost of living crisis. This year, Ghana has grappled with economic shocks ranging from high inflation, a plummeting local currency, mounting debt, and a federal budget weakened by high energy sector costs amid low public revenues, according to the World Bank. The high cost of living has triggered a series of anti-government protests and fueled public calls for the removal of the country's central bank chair over alleged economic mismanagement. The central bank said in July it recorded a loss of 60.8 billion cedis, over $5 billion last year, its biggest annual loss. And that is that. Into Dumsor and Abba. Na MP before they are funny. And one of our more MPs, Atachia. And na Atachia, say join news or say day, or see you we nye Dumsor, and your we nye say the word Dumsor no. Senya or more biriti mahama over that word Dumsor nintino, and the obosa word nitro mo no mu yim shishiomo. But the truth of the matter is say, you doom light, and you doom light, mean to me and ye juma. Ye read a year BBC Fonso reporter wamode by on assembly so. As a Ghana power crisis, limited gas supply triggers nationwide power outage. And also, I say many parts of Ghana were plunged, and is by Favor Nunu and Wycliffe Moore. I say many parts of Ghana were plunged into darkness due to lack of gas to power machinery used to generate electricity in the country. But my way pa Akosumbuaya Maya even saying ye use your neighbor fan and graphosono. Still ye need light, adding yes a gas. Hey Akosumoko for man ye need light. Hey, oh my way. As a power distribution firm, Ghana Great Company Limited says the situation has caused a supply gap of 550 megawatts. In terms of, I said 850. It's rather 550. I'm sorry. At peak time, at Tema Power plant near the capital, Accra. Also, this is about 10% of the country's total capacity. The massive outage started on Thursday evening. As the power has now been restored in some areas, but Gridco spokesperson Jifa Bampo told the BBC there would be more outages on Friday evening during peak hours. Ghana is currently going through its worst economic crisis in a generation. There are frequent power cuts in Ghana, but this is the worst nationwide outage for 2 years. A June study said the country's current energy provision was critically unhealthy and tottering towards a power crisis. They are all quoting CSS. I reported here, CSS for Civil Society Organization, CSS for Ekoye research because say Ghana, let's brace ourselves for Dumsor no. Sometimes now buying air castle moboa. The reporters has no waha. Until now BBC, any CNN. They are all quoting CSS reports no about Bonteno. And this is what is going on. Into Dumsor. It is happening in Ghana. I don't know. At this point, I don't even know whether I was saying the Pacocope generator or an idea. No, we don't even know how long. We hear statements now. Gridco at the buy now. We share down your statements. Maybe no specific timeline. I say they've left us in the dark. I mean, no pun intended, but they've left us in the dark, whilst the Dumsor is also leaving us in the dark. At yes, here. And so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. We don't know when it is going to end. We don't know. And say Enrechi. No, for the whole week, right? For the whole week, Monday, you do know, enumerate 7. Tuesday, so a call off, enumerate 7. No, I think it was Tuesday, enumerate 7. Wednesday, so a call off, enumerate 7. Thursday, no, Tuesday, a call off, enumerate 7. Yes, Wednesday, a call off, enumerate 6. Thursday, a call off, enumerate 6. And a call off, area 4. So you see, there's no specific pattern. It's from 7 o'clock to 6 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and now to 4 o'clock. Now 4 o'clock, no more no, I'm matching 12, 1. So there's, you see, if we have a specific pattern, we can plan our life and schedule around it. But we wait to say we don't even know when it is going to end. I'm going to your comment box.